All right. I'm late, but I'm here. Look, before we get started, shout out to Brian Tisdale. Shout out to Colorado Rick. Thank y'all for donating. I greatly appreciate it. Because of y'all, this thing continues to move unrestricted, unfiltered, however we want to do it. Shout out to Grump. I was on his stream last night. Shout out to Theo. I see you. Shout out to Stein. Thank you for your donations. All right, we ain't got a lot of time. And shout out to Mr. Bearfax. I see you in the chat. Now look, shit has just got completely out of control. I'm out of my business and I'm scrolling and I see, I don't know who the child is. I don't know how old the child is. I don't know anything about this child whatsoever, but I see this video and I'm going to play it a couple of times because this is actually, we're so far in the dark. I just wish God would close his hand and just end the world because this shit is just so fucking ridiculous. Now let's look at this. Now we're going to look at it a couple times, but look at this shit, man.
You ain't suck a dick, babies, you can get the fuck up on my shit. 100 round, hit him with a Glock, take a fucking dog. 100 round, bitch, we in that kill, we gon' take him down. 12, get behind, we gon' do 60 fucking miles. I remember this, keep on talking, bitch, I remember this. You being that point his head, suck his shit, you in that bad. 50 round, nigga know what, play with me, I'm shooting his ass right in that ground. 10 round, step on the bro gray, hit him in the face. She gon' suck the dick, go crazy, bitch, I'm in the limb, bitch, keep on talking, hit her in the glare. Bitch, I have up in the glove, hit him in the Porsche. Hit him with a glove, I take him down, hit him in the face, make little bro, try like he okay. She ain't suck a dick, babies, you can get the fuck up on my shit. 100 round, hit him with a glove, take a fucking dog. 100 round, bitch, we in that kill, we gon' take him down. 12, get behind, we gon' do 60 fucking miles. I remember this, keep on talking, bitch, I remember this. You being that point his head, suck his shit, you in that bad. 50 round, nigga know what, play with me, I'm shooting his ass right in that ground. 10 round, step on the bro gray, hit him in the face. She gon' suck the dick, go crazy, bitch, I'm in the limb, bitch, keep on talking, hit her in the glare. Bitch, I have up in the glove, hit him in the Porsche, hit him with a glove, I take him down, hit him in the face, make little bro, try like he okay.
So this is my problem with this. Obviously, I have every single problem with this. This is the problem. The reason I even came across some shit like this is because there were people posting this video talk about, did Lil Bro go off? Did Lil Bro snap? Was this hot or was it trash? Oh, he went crazy. So it's just like, okay, so everybody's condoning it. And then people in the comment sections was talking about, oh, yeah, it's over, man. It's over. Like, it is done. But look, what gets me, so it's like you already kind of expect these weird ass niggas to get online and just be like, anything with a decent beat that just sounds like some shit they can cut their brain off. You already expect them to be like, oh yeah, this was hot. They don't give a fuck who it came from. You know, it could have been a man in a wig and some pantyhose calling himself the president. As long as it's a good beat, they on that bitch like, oh yeah, like this was cool, you know. But the people in the comment section was talking about fire emoji. He slid. This shit actually hot. And then there was people who was like, man, what the fuck is this? What the fuck going on with this? They was attacking them people for being like, what the fuck is this? We doomed and all of this. Who is the producer? Who wrote the song? Because this child did not write this. Who is the producer? Who wrote the fucking song? Who is the engineer? Where is this child's parents? Where is the leadership? Who are these? I got some pictures. Are these teenagers? Because I kind of want to give them the benefit of the doubt because it's like, no, that's a grown ass man right there. Who is some kids in the back? Okay, I see children in the background. Who are these grown ass people? Look at this nigga smiling on the end, fucking body rocking like an Aaliyah video. Just it's so. This shit is so fucking crazy. That's what I'm saying. He's not even 10 years old. And when you call it out and you say something, oh, you a hater, you this, you that. But it's just like everybody, I feel like everybody in this motherfucker should be arrested and don't let them out. Just leave their ass there until they die. I don't give a fuck. And what's fucking pissing me off is motherfuckers who was attacking that lady who was saying something about like, hey man, what's going on? Why y'all allowing this shit to go on? They telling her, oh, this just how the environment is. This just how it is. Bro, you telling me that this is just how the environment is and you're not able to say, hey, I would like better for my kids. And I'm gonna be for real. No, nobody gives a fuck about their children if they allow their children to do this. Nobody gives a fuck about the community. Nobody gives a fuck about none of this shit. And this is shit I be trying to say, and it sounds crazy and it sounds harsh when I say it, or it sounds like bullying. But dog, we have to cut these type of people off. People who would allow this. Is this the image? When you think of a 10-year-old child, I saw somebody say this nigga ain't even 10. And it's like, I'm trying to refrain from calling this child a nigga. Salute Chop, salute Ann. Born get to everybody in here. Theo, what up, everybody? When you think of a child that's not even 10 years old, a child that's not an adult, fuck being 10, a person who's not 18 years old, is this the image that comes into your mind? Is this what you think when you see a 10-year-old black boy? Because I'm going to be the person to tell you that this right here, I'm surprised they didn't give this child a blunt. I'm trying not to call the child a bitch or nothing like that, but I'm surprised they didn't give this motherfucker a blunt. This, like, you might as well, and it's just like, bro, what the fuck was he even talking about? But the police, this is exactly what the police see when they pull up because some scared old lady call the fucking cops on the child. Some fucking person walking their dog in the neighborhood, somebody at the park with their family sees this. And then how the fuck do we get up on this bitch and defend this when we have other teenage children in the video flashing money, waving it around, talking crazy, adults standing around condoning it, everybody looking like, oh man, this is our ticket out, bro. Why can't you just get the fuck up and go get a fucking job? Talk about this is just the environment. This is the only thing we got. If rap is your only way out and you're not doing it because like this is what you really want to do or you got a plan, I got some real bad fucking news for you. This is just, I'm so fucking disgusted. I'm going to play this video. What the video is? I'm about to play this shit again. I'm so fucking disgusted by this. I didn't even want to go live. I did not want to talk about this. I had put it up, but then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take this shit down. But then I'm like, no, I'm going to say what the fuck I got to say about this, bro, because this shit is disgusting, bro. Look at this shit.
You ain't suck a dick, babies, you can get the fuck up on my shit. 100 round, hit him with a Glock, take a fucker down. 100 round, bitch, we in that kill, we gon' take him down. 12, get behind, we gon' do 60 fucking miles. I remember this, keep on talking, bitch, I remember this. Point being that point is it. Suck his shit, you been out bad. 50 round, nigga know what, play with me, I'm shoot his ass right in that ground. Hit around, step on the bro gray, hit him in the face. She gon' suck the dick, go crazy, bitch, I'm in the limb, bitch, keep on talking. Hit him with the glare, bitch, I hit up in the glove. Hit him in the Porsche, hit him with the glove, I take him down, hit him in the face. Make little bro, try like he okay.
It gets worse and worse every fucking time I see this. It gets worse and fucking worse. This is a clip. I don't know who this child is. I don't know nothing about this. I didn't even want to look it up because I was so mad. I was gonna try to contact these motherfuckers like, bro, where's y'all at? Because we need to have a conversation. Bruh, a child that's not even 10, first thing to come out their mouth, a random person on the internet, the first thing to come out this motherfucker mouth is if she ain't sucking dick. You're a child. This is a fucking child. What do you mean if she ain't, bro? That is molestation. That is child rape. And y'all are letting a child come out here like child rape is something that's like, oh man, this junk fire. What do you mean child rape is fire? A lot of young boys get molested and don't ever say nothing about it. And then we wonder why they're so fucking crazy in adulthood. but they won't. They are gonna take their secret to the grave. But oh, it's cool as long as it's over a beat. Then you're talking. I can't even. Everything is so crazy. Every word he fucking said is crazy. And then you come out. Oh, we doing 60 when the fucking police come and goddamn, I'ma kill him, hit him in the face, and all of this. So you're talking about, and it's not the child's fault. It's not the child's fault because it's the child don't know nothing but what people have told him to do. This is I gotta make that clear. However, that does not absolve the fact that we have to separate ourselves from these motherfucking people who want to raise their children like this. We have to separate ourselves from these people and separate ourselves from these fucking adults, because there's only one way that this can be handled, and that is by killing these people, including those kids. It sounds, I feel crazy even saying that, but that's the only way that we will, if we want to be all kumbaya and holding hands with everybody, those people have to die. Because how long is it going to be before these are the motherfuckers who are tainting your children? You lived your life. You made all your fucking mistakes. You did everything you were supposed to do. You corrected your mistakes. You paid your debt to society, and you came back into this bitch and you was like, you know what? I made a mistake, but I didn't keep making mistakes. I fucked up, but I didn't keep fucking up. I was on drugs, but I got myself cleaned up because I got children. I was a street nigga, but I got out the streets because you know what? That is no way to fucking live. Just to send your children back into the environment, because our children have to be in the environment with these people. Our children have to be around these people. You cannot hide the world from your kids. But you did everything you were supposed to do. You did it right. You made amends with yourself and your community and said, you know what? I was this way, but I decided to change my life and go and do another thing so I can be a positive contributor, not just to my house, but to the community, just to send your child back and they be influenced by somebody like this, who their parents and their people and the people around them did not give a fuck about them. Because you cannot tell me that you love or give a fuck about a child and you allow a child to do something like this. This culture is poisoning people to the point where I don't even want to be a part of this shit no more. It's actually, it makes me not even want to, that's why I haven't been doing as much as I used to, because I've realized coming from behind the scenes to the forefront, this shit is so fucking taxing and exhausting on your spirit, and it feels like walking through hell, knowing that, like, damn, dog, how the fuck can we, what's the bitch who killed Emmett Till? What's her name? Carolyn Bryan Dunham, or Dunham Bryan, or whatever the fuck her last name was. How can, if we have these kind of people, these type of children running around here, how do we know that Carolyn Bryan Dunham wasn't lying? How do we know? How do we know that Emmett Till was innocent when we have people who justify, we know he was innocent, by the way, but we got people who justify this. We got, shout out to Stein for the cash out. We got people who justify this type of behavior. People who make an excuse, talk about, oh, this is just the way we are. And that's the fucking problem. That's just the way we are. That's just the way things is. Just, hey man, we can't do nothing about it. You can do everything about it, actually. We don't have to be, we don't have to live like this. And it's fucked up because the majority of us are not like this. The majority of our children are not like this, but it's too dangerous to have our children around people like this. It's too dangerous to have our families even in the vicinity of somebody that's allowing this to happen. And if you think that, oh, it's just entertainment, it's just innocent, it's not a big deal, you need to consider the fact that everybody and everything around you has everything to do with your life. If somebody woke up today and decided that they were not going to check their tires before they left the house, and they get on the interstate and it's raining and they have a blowout and they spin out and they hit somebody, and it calls something simple as they hit somebody and it causes traffic for you to be late to work, That has something to do with you because they didn't do their due diligence. These people not raising their children correctly and not doing the right thing, because there is no foolproof way to make sure a person doesn't turn out to be a certain type of way. However, your child doesn't need to be like, what is this? Bro, it's teenagers in this shit, but there's also grown men. And this is the shit that people be talking about why can't grown men just be grown men and step up and do the right thing? Why would you even allow a child to be indoctrinated to this kind of shit? And then you get mad when motherfuckers judge you. You get mad when motherfuckers look at you some type of way. You get mad when you in the grocery store and people looking at you crazy or following you a fucking round. It's because I don't know if this is going to be the motherfucker to do something to me, because this doesn't look like no child to me. This looks like somebody who know exactly what the fuck they doing. And that is the logic that other people is going to have. Even though we know that the adults around him decided that, oh, I see somebody say finesse 2 times. It was like finesse 2 times and king. Trying to say he gonna be rap beat. Like, you know, like, it's so much with this, and it's so disgusting. But everybody around that person decided they were going to pour resources into not making this child into something that would be useful to further advance the community that they live in, not make this child something useful that would finally pull their family out of the bullshit. No, you want to make the goddamn kid a fucking rapper. You want to make the child a rapper. Bro, you know how much it costs to be a rapper? This fake ass jewelry this child got on. Like, you pour all this into this kid when all you got to do is pour your resources into whatever your child's interest is. And if your child is interested in this, I have even more bad news for you, because they're not going to make it. They're not going to be shit. And it's crazy because you remember how people used to like say in their songs, or I don't know if they still say it, but they'll be in their songs talking about, my teacher said I wasn't going to be shit. Now I'm kind of starting to understand why a teacher would say that to somebody. I ain't never heard nobody. Actually, I heard one teacher say it to somebody. I was interning at an elementary school, and it was fucking crazy. I had to get the fuck out of it. But like this kid could have been interested in robotics. This kid could be interested in cars. You know, you're supposed to take your kid when they're young and foster whatever they're interested in. It's funny because when I was a kid and my daddy realized that I like music and I liked art and like drawing and that kind of shit, you know what my daddy did? For my birthday, it was my 8th birthday, he went out and bought me this huge box. He came back in the house with this huge ass box. And it had every type of art supply. I wasn't even into painting, but I had every type of art supply you could think of. I got a guitar, I got a drum set, and I got a keyboard, all the same fucking year, because my parents knew I was interested in this. And then when I was interested in carpentry and interior design and building, you know what my daddy did? My daddy went out and bought me fucking tools and a whole bunch of wood so I could build my own stuff. That niggas wasn't like, oh, my kid interested in music. Let me go make him into a rapper. Let me go make him into this. I'm going to give them tools and see what they do with those tools. But these motherfuckers' minds is so encapsulated, like, oh, man, like, I know we're going to get attention for him because he's going to be a gangster. And look at him. He hard. And he talk about, let's play this shit again. I can't get over this. I'm actually like, I'm just like, I know I should not be shocked because I know what kind of world we live in, y'all. But like this is actually really crazy to me.
Suck a dick, little bitch, you can get the fuck up on my shit. 100 round, hit him with a glove, take a fucking down. 100 round, bitch, we in that kill, we gon' take him down. 12, get behind, we gon' do 60 fucking miles. I remember this, keep on talking, bitch, I remember this. You being that point his head, suck his shit, you been out bad. 50 round, nigga know what, play with me, I'm shooting his head right in that ground. Hit around, step on little bro gray, hit him in the face. She gon' suck the dick, go crazy, bitch, I'm in the lamb, bitch, keep on talking. Hit her in the glare, bitch, I have up in the glove. Hit him in the Porsche, hit him with the glove, I take him down, hit him in the face, make little bro, try like he okay.
Hit him in the face, make little bruh So you want to kill other children. And like Theo said, he probably didn't want to, they forced him. And it's so crazy because he probably grew up like this. Well, we know he grew up like this because it's just certain things that you can't fake. And you can't fake once the child's mind has been poisoned. Because this child is so young, I'm gonna be for real. The only thing they could probably do for him is send his ass to the military for somebody can break his mind all the way and he be built up into something else. But if because I mean, well, they'll probably just kick him out nowadays because the military done got all soft and bitched out. But there's so much with this. And it's just like, how did we even get to the point where there's a music video made? Somebody had to write this, get this to him, have him practice it, and record it. So out of all of this, these adults, and you might be able, a teenager think it's whatever, but it's like, why would you even want to be seen with some shit like this? Why would you even want to be around some shit like this? And it's like this, the importance, this is my thing with this. I was gonna make this a separate video, but I'm not, since I'm already here. There's two things. One, people are attracted to masculinity. It's no way around it. Everybody is attracted to it. It don't matter if you gay. It don't matter if you a lesbian. It don't matter if you a straight man. For being a straight man attracted to masculinity is like, I need to be around other strong men because that's going to increase our chances of surviving. Being a woman attracted, all women are attracted to masculinity, whether it's just like, I need solid men in my life. I want a solid man for me because it's going to increase our chances of surviving. It's just a part of human nature. These children, because most of these are children in this, these children are crying out for men to be men, not hoes, not bitch ass niggas, not manosphere. They're crying out for men to be men. And since they don't have any men around them to show them how to be young men, what do? Dress themselves up as what they think real men are and what they think masculinity is. They putting on the costume because the only men they ever see, the closest thing they get to masculine energy is flashing money, putting on chains, standing in the group, dancing with each other. Masculinity needs to make a real solid comeback and completely disregard whatever everybody else is saying, because that's the only thing that's going to get our children like, how the fuck did this motherfucker get on the roof? That's the only thing that's going to get our community back in order. We all need each other. It's not I can't do it by myself. I mean, I can do it by myself, and it's cool. Just like I was saying last night on Grump Live about Krishan, the fact that she's out here not telling the truth about what it is to be a single parent, what it is to, like, you're actually dying inside. You want to kill yourself. It's actually really fucking hard for you to live. It's actually pretty fucking devastating. Bruh, my daddy died when I was young. And even though we were already in a good position, it was very hard for my mama. The only reason that we even really survived is because of the other men and the other like grown women in our family who actually was able to help out as far as picking up, because it's once you go from a 2-parent household to a 1-parent household, life is completely different. So I can only imagine what it is like for a person to come up and they only had one parent the whole fucking time. Them people are struggling. That shit is painful. Especially in these type of times nowadays, rap is not the way out. You're not even gonna be able to, if you live, you're not even gonna be able to make enough money to take care of yourself. But like I'm saying, like these people, they look at this group of people on the screen. They're crying out for grown men. They're crying out for men to be around. And what the music industry and every other industry has tricked our community into believing is that if a man shows affection for another man, he's gay. If a man shows compassion for another man, that's weak. If a man decides that he wants to even help another man, that's some bullshit ultimatums or whatever attached to it, when in reality, that is the only way that we're going to survive. If you see, and it's so fucked up, because you would go around them and they would try to extort you, because that's the only thing that they know to do. That's the only, they tricked us into believing that men have to be loud and like sound crazy and severely aggressive and all of that other shit. But that rule only applies to our group. They don't allow that to apply to their other group. If something was wrong with this child, instead of going upside his fucking head, somebody should be in his fucking face and getting in his chest and let him correcting his behavior immediately. Not, oh man, that's funny. And that's how we even get to these type of situations, because everybody thinks everything's a joke. Everybody thinks everything's fucking funny. You can't say nothing to nobody. You can't go around nobody. Oh, don't say nothing to my motherfucking son. You can't take care of your motherfucking son. Somebody should be saying something to him. Somebody should be doing something and correcting him. But no, like I was watching the ACOG podcast, and Brian Tisdale was talking about motherfuckers don't want to go get no job because they don't want to be up under no other man. Bro, how do you think motherfuckers become men? Men only become men by being with other men. And I know that because it's men in my family who was not allowing the bullshit. It's men in the community that was not allowing the bullshit. It's so crazy because I had put something up, but Instagram had deleted it because, I mean, they hate me over there. My mama lives in a neighborhood where they actually have neighborhood watch. It's not no, oh, where somebody's going to sit behind the camera. Like, I remember when I got my car a few years ago, and I pulled up. Nobody ever seen me in that car. I used to have a Jeep. They saw me in this car. And a lady, it's 50 houses in my mama neighborhood. One way in, one way out, a cul-de-sac. Shaped like a U. This lady walked all the way from the back. She didn't know me. She never well, she knew who I was, but she never seen this car. She don't know who the fuck that was. But I was sitting in the car outside my mama's house. She walked all the way from the back. And she came over and she looked like she had no fear in her eye, nothing. She was ready for whoever the fuck was in that car. And she's like, oh man, I didn't know it was you. I just saw you parked outside her house. I had to come see who it was. That was one thing. Recently, when I say recent, within sometime this year, there was a girl, a young girl, she was probably like 19 or something. She had a boyfriend who was whooping her ass. Motherfuckers found out that she was getting beat by somebody, and they ran. But we have not seen that nigga. Nobody know where he at. Nobody know what the fuck happened to him. The men in that neighborhood took care of his ass and let it be known, bro, you're not going to live if you come back through here. It was something that happened another time, sometime last year, where somebody tried to do something to somebody, bro. Them people formed like Voltron and would not let that nigga leave the neighborhood. Was outside with guns and everything. That's how they live and move in that neighborhood, because it's respect. Children can freely play outside. People can, they stand outside and talk to each other. They stand outside and sit down. Oh, what's up, Psych L? They stand out and they do shit with each other because it's respect. And that's just how it has to be. This music industry teaches us that it's okay to disrespect based on your feelings. I'm a Cancer, so I know all about feelings, bro. Your feelings don't fucking matter most of the time. Your feelings is just a way to hold you back a lot of the times. So when we have children running around here crying out, and these motherfuckers are standing around and everything's fucking funny, but as soon as a police officer slam their ass into the concrete and break their goddamn vertebrae, they want us to come out and march. They want us to come out and cry. They want us to stand up because I'm being oppressed and the system and all these other bullshit excuses. When do the excuses stop? When do motherfuckers say, you know what, enough is enough? You're going to get down or you're going to lay down. And if you're not going to get down, we're going to put you down. Because we have no use for people like this. There is no, this is one of those children that if we don't talk to our young people in our family, if we don't talk to the people in our community that have not been diversified in lifestyles, and this is why I was always a proponent for everybody going to public schools, because you need to be around people who are not like you, not going through shit that you're going through, different lifestyles, different households, different situations. You need to be around all of that. So when you come and you ask me a question, I can explain to you what that was. And it's crazy because growing up my whole life, that's what my parents did. Anytime something came to the surface, my daddy was right there explaining what the fuck it was. My mama in my teenage years was explaining what these feelings was and what this shit was. It wasn't no fucking ego trip or nothing like that. I remember my aunt, I wasn't even 10. My aunt she was breaking up with her husband. Never seen nothing like that as a child. Never seen no fallout or nothing like that. My daddy, I was in the backseat, it was me and my sister. I only got one sister. And he was like, if me and your mama broke up, who would y'all want to live with? And as a kid, you hear that and you like, what the fuck? Like, and we was just kind of sitting there confused. And he was like, do you have an answer? And we was like, I don't know. We don't fucking know who we will live with. And he was like, well, you don't have to worry about that because I'm not breaking up with your mama. And then he explained to me that my aunt did something she was not supposed to do. She had a good man who was taking care of her and doing everything. He did anything she wanted him to do. And she took that for granted. And you don't do that. You don't get it. He told us, you don't get in a relationship and cheat. You don't do that. If you don't want to be in that relationship, you leave. We're children. We don't know what the fuck you talking about. But the fact that he even said that when you grow up, because you remember the shit your parents tell you, or whoever's in your life that is an authoritative figure, whether it be good or bad, you remember what they tell you. Well, he told us that, no, we didn't understand it, but like growing up, you understand like, hey, if you don't want to be there, you don't have to be there. So don't be there if you don't want to do the right thing. That's what I was told. So that reflects how I am right now. These, like being around these people, this is the type of child that would be in your child's class. And this is the importance of sitting down and listening. Stop talking so fucking much when a child is speaking, because all a child gonna do is run their mouth till their fucking head is empty. This will be in your child's classroom, having influence over your children, and you don't even know. And now your child is living two different fucking lives. They got the life where they know how to act with you, but then when they go to school, they're a goddamn kingpin or something like that. And there's clues and there's signs and there's things that you can pick up on without having to directly ask questions. There's things that you will be able to see. You have to be able to read. And your parenting doesn't stop with just giving motherfuckers money and I'm just in the house. Yeah, you're in the house, but you're a fucking coward and you're a fucking loser who doesn't teach your child about the real world and real life. Because if somebody like this was in my child class, nigga, I need to know. So I can explain to my child what the fuck that is and where the fuck that came from. We don't have to beat our children to fucking death. We don't have to yell at our children and cuss our children out. We don't have to scold our children and punish our children for being curious and asking questions. But we do need to explain to them these things, because most people can be talked to and explained to. It's so fucking ridiculous. Like, I'm going to play this again. I just cannot believe that motherfuckers allowed this, and a grown adults my age is standing around talking about they would listen to this. Who in their right fucking mind as an adult would listen to this shit? It's not even entertaining.
You ain't suck a dick, little bitch, you can get the fuck up on my shit. 100 round, hit him with a Glock, take a fucking dog. 100 round, bitch, we in that kill, we gon' take him down. 12, get behind, we gon' do 60 fucking miles. I remember this, keep on talking, bitch, I remember this. You being that point, suck his shit, you ain't not bad. 50 round, nigga know what, play with me, I'm shoot his ass right in that
crazier is, I'm telling you, this shit, I hear something new every time this motherfucker. Where's his grandparents? Where's his grandmother? They have to be dead. Because nobody in their right mind will act like this with their grandparents alive. Unless it's grandma fucking 35 years old. It is sad, Cam. It's sad as a bitch. It's so fucking sad. But my whole thing for even talking about this today was just, it's over, bro. It's over. It's nothing that we can do for these kind of people. There's nothing that can be done for them. You cannot, how the fuck do you reform this? Maybe the child can be saved, but the adults, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, and people will bypass it because it sounds like a child. And what happened to Kids Bop? And for real, you had to have a kid. They don't even make songs, bro. Kids Bop is dead because they don't even make songs that can be, the edited version sound just as crazy as the regular version of the song. Like, it's actually, it breaks my heart because it's like, I know that and there ain't nothing we can do for these folks, man. It's nothing you can do with this. It's nothing you can do with them. The child can be saved if you put him in boot camp somewhere. And I'm talking about when he turned 13, you got to send him somewhere and then throw his ass in the military. He got to be broke all the way down, completely have his brain scrubbed. Maybe some of them teenagers, I don't know. Because for real, after you turn 8 years old, you pretty much got your mind made up about who you want to be and what kind of life you want to have as far as your personality. Once you turn like 25, that's just kind of it for what's going on in your brain. So it's like, it's every adult around this person should be punished. And I'm talking like, this should be the death penalty in our community. Delinquency to a minor, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, child endangerment, child abuse, child neglect, mind games, whatever crime you want to stick up there, these people should do life. To record this and to actually put this out where it's an actual official there's a video, the director of the video, everybody, and I don't care, bro. I ain't in this business to be friendly with motherfuckers who want to destroy, because this is targeted to kids. We're not going to be picking this up and going to listen to it. Like I said, I didn't do any research on him. Don't need to. Oh, don't judge a book by its cover, bro. The cover of the book is an 8-year-old talking about sucking dick. How can I not judge the cover of the book when that's the title of the book? I'm over it. This culture has corrupted our children. What happened to children wanting to be firefighters? Like, we have to make it cool to be regular people again, man. Like, this is outrageous. This is disgusting. What happened to children growing up and wanting to be astronauts? You know, that was really a kid being like, I want to be an astronaut when they grew up. That used to be like going to the NFL. Because you, out of everybody who said they wanted to be an astronaut, you might have somebody to go work for NASA. We don't put any stock into something that can actually be beneficial for them. Something as simple as, hey, when you turn 18, you're going to get your CDL. Even if you can't cross state lines, you're going to have something that you can do. When you turn 18, we're going to community college to get you a trade. And then if you want to go to regular college, you can. Or if you're going to college, you need to be for something that is going to be 100% beneficial for whatever you got going on in your future. We're going to put you somewhere where you can make you some money. When I was growing up, I used to go to work with my daddy all the time. He was a plumber, an electrician. He was a contractor for my grandma's side of the family. She had a whole bunch of houses, and he would be fixing and going in there and doing that stuff. I learned my mama don't even call nobody when shit go down in her house. I go over there. I grew up fixing toilets. something beneficial. I'm not a plumber or nothing, but like I know how to do that. So it's like we don't put any stock. How is this the biggest image? Like, why is this seen as successful, and the man who get up and has the discipline every day to go to work? Because this is what these people are craving. They're craving discipline. They have cravings. That's what I'm saying. Like, why do they have cravings to be great? And regular people have the same thing that these other people are saying that they have. These rappers and shit are being like, oh, I get to the grind, I get to the money every day. The kids like that, but regular people aren't making it known that, hey, me getting up and having the discipline and the drive to get up and go every day, whether I want to do this or not, that's the same thing you're craving. You don't have to do this. You don't have to be a part of this. You don't have to be a delinquent to, quote, get to the bag. Like Katrina say, man, death to the bag culture. I have had enough. I've had enough. I don't want to see no children rapping. I don't want to see no more kids in front of no more fucking microphone. What happened to a motherfucker saying they want to be a nurse, a doctor? They want to have their own garbage truck business, something like that. I want to be a chef, bro. Motherfuckers are bragging nowadays that they can't cook, but they're not telling children to go be chefs. What happened to, oh man, I want to be Gordon Ramsay or some shit like that? Why you just can't want to go do that? Like, why do you want to do this? How is this? Oh man, he's sliding. He popular. How? He's gonna be dead and broke, or both. That's all I had to say about it, man. We're gonna play this and we're gonna get the fuck out of here.
You ain't suck a dick, little bitch, you can get the fuck up on my shit. 100 round, hit him with a Glock, take a fucking dog. 100 round, bitch, we in that kill. You